I just wanted to comment on the Woodward, Geiser, and Edlow nominations.
Welcome back to the Constitution Corner, the place where truth, liberty, and American values still matter. Before we get into today's absolute circus of a hearing, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap that notification bell so you never miss a patriotic breakdown of the madness going on in Washington.
As is often the case in right-wing rhetoric, accusations signal intentions in order to disable the charge later on. So the Biden DOJ was repeatedly accused of weaponization, which was the rhetorical preparation for a MAGA DOJ that is actually weaponized. And I believe that Woodward and Geiser and Edlow all continue this effort at MAGA weaponization of the Department of Justice. As Ranking Member Durbin just pointed out, when the Department of Justice can't tell the difference in a violent rioter assaulting federal law enforcement, and some get pardons, and others get Marines and tanks and charges, something has gone wrong with the prosecution standards over at the Department of Justice. And when it's the MAGA ones who are getting the pardons, it's pretty clear what the hell is going on in the MAGA weaponized Department of Justice. In the case of Geiser, we have the added factor of him being completely unqualified for the job at Office of Legal Counsel. Why would you want to put in somebody who is completely unqualified for the Office of Legal Counsel? Same reason they put in somebody who is completely unqualified for the Office of EPA General Counsel. You put somebody in who knows they're not qualified for their job, and so they'll do whatever they're told and whatever they're asked. And what we're seeing is the early signs of that already with the Trump MAGA OLC for the first time overruling 90 years of OLC precedent to say that the president can unwind monuments designations. This is a constant feature now, and I'm going to keep calling it out. We deserve an American Department of Justice, not a MAGA Department of Justice.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I'm going to have to leave shortly because
Now folks, today we are reacting to a clip that perfectly illustrates just how detached the radical left has become from reality. It's a statement that was made during a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing regarding the nominations of 3 Biden picks: Woodward, Geiser, and Edlow. And let me tell you, what came out of one senator's mouth was a masterclass in projection and political theater. The senator essentially accused these nominees of being part of a so-called MAGA weaponized Department of Justice. That's right. After nearly 4 years of the Biden administration weaponizing every federal agency imaginable, from the DOJ to the FBI, and even the IRS, they have the gall to claim it's somehow Trump's people doing the weaponizing. Let's make something clear. This is classic leftist playbook. Accuse your opponent of exactly what you're doing. It's not new and it's not clever anymore. They called it rhetorical preparation. We call it gaslighting. This senator argued that pardoning violent rioters who support conservative causes is some kind of proof of a MAGA DOJ. But where was this outrage when Biden's DOJ dropped charges against left-wing agitators who assaulted federal officers during the 2020 riots? Where was this passion when cities were burning under the Antifa and BLM banners? Or when Catholic parents and concerned citizens were labeled domestic threats by the FBI for simply speaking out at school board meetings? They accused Trump's nominees of being unqualified. That's rich. Coming from the same crowd that shoved through radical ideologues with zero courtroom experience for lifetime federal bench appointments. People who believe biology is subjective but Marxism is science are now qualified to dictate our legal framework? Geiser, in particular, was slammed as unqualified for the Office of Legal Counsel. But let's be honest, what they really mean is that he's not a progressive ideologue. The left doesn't care about qualifications unless they align with their woke worldview. They want bureaucrats who will rubber stamp unconstitutional orders, crush dissent, and help consolidate federal power. The senator then brought up the OLC's decision to allow the president to reverse monument designations. Let me ask, since when did Democrats have a problem with a president reversing prior executive orders? Obama did it. Biden did it on day one. But now that a future Trump administration might reverse radical climate policies, suddenly it's a constitutional crisis? Let's not forget what this is really about: control. The radical left knows that they've overreached. Their policies are failing, on the border, in our cities, in our schools, and on the world stage. The American people are waking up. So now they're panicking. They're trying to rewrite the rules of governance to prevent a return to constitutionalism and accountability. The idea that we need an American DOJ, not a MAGA DOJ, is a coded way of saying, we want a DOJ that silences conservative voices. But let me tell you something. There is nothing more American than a Justice Department that follows the Constitution, not the whims of a political party. At the Constitution Corner, we will continue to shine a light on this hypocrisy. We will keep calling out these radical nominations. And we will keep reminding you, our fellow patriots, that this country was built on checks and balances, not on partisan purges and ideological conformity. If you believe in an America First Department of Justice, where the law applies equally to all, not just to political enemies, then stand with us. Subscribe, like this video, and share it with a friend who needs to hear the truth. Let's take this fight from the comment section all the way to the ballot box. We are the Constitution Corner, where Americans' root guides its future. Until next time, stand strong, speak truth, and may God bless the United States of America.